Hey there guys, what is going on? Sai here and welcome back yet again to another Gran Turismo 7 setup video for the channel. Today guys, we've got the ABARTH 500 and this thing was one of my favorite little compact hatchbacks in Gran Turismo 6. Unfortunately, it's not as good here in Gran Turismo 7 as it was in Gran Turismo 6. Default wise, it is absolutely undrivable and you really need a good setup just to keep this thing on the road because where it's so tall, the center of gravity, etc. As soon as you brake really fast or brake whilst turning, anything like that, just to unbalance this car, it will snap on you. The backhand will kick out, and yeah, you're gonna lose control. You're not gonna have a very good time with this particular car. So I've done the best I can with this setup. It's not perfect by all means, but at least you'll be able to keep this thing on the road, which is a huge improvement in my opinion. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the setups. As always guys, a like and a subscription is always appreciated. It helps me out and lets me know that you guys are enjoying and finding these videos helpful. So for this particular 500 above, we've got four setups. So we've got the maxed out setup, we've got the 400 pp setup, 500 pp setup, and 550 pp setup. So I'm going to go and over each and every one of these setups, but let's go ahead and start out with the maxed out setup. So for this one, racing soft tires, as this is an unrestricted setup. Suspension is fully customizable with your body height adjustment at 110 and 115 at the back. Anti-roll bar is set 7 to 6. Damper ratio compression is 32-34. Damper ratio expansion is 47 all around. Natural frequency is 2.45 and 2.55. Negative camber angle is 2.2 at the front and 2.4 at the back. Toe angle is neutral at the front and in 0.15 at the back. Differential is fully customizable with initial torque at 20, acceleration at 50, and braking at 30. Moving on to your downforce, so for this one I'm just running the front splitter, not running any spoiler at the back. Just don't really like the way the thing look on this particular car. I really wish they had like a kind of like an adjustable lip spoiler kind of thing like they do in real life, but unfortunately Gran Turismo didn't include that. So no spoiler from this one, just the front one, and that's set to 15. ECU is at 100% and the power restrictor is at 100%. Transmission is fully customizable racing transmission and that is preset to 240 kilometers an hour. This is really ideal top speed transmission. You can potentially go to 250 if you are going to be drafting somebody. I wouldn't go anything higher than that because the car will bog down at higher speeds. It just doesn't have enough torque. Moving on to your parts, so for this one you want to equip your low RPM turbocharger. It literally, now looking at the graph, you would think the medium RPM is better suited. It isn't. The low RPM is really beneficial for this car to make it actually go fast. If I equip the medium RPM, gives you a little bit more power, as you guys can see, gives you a little bit more PP, but you lose a lot of torque. And if you look at the acceleration performance figures as well, you're losing out a lot of time as well. The same story goes for high RPM torque as well, and that is actually the weakest of the lot. The low RPM is very balanced out turbocharger, and I really recommend you give this one a try. Anti-lag system is on and set to strong. Racing intercooler, racing air cleaner, racing silencer, and racing exhaust manifold. Racing clutch and flywheel. Racing brake pads and discs. And for your brake controller, you want to have it on neutral on tight technical circuits. But if you are running this car on around like a high-speed circuit, we've got long high-speed bends and etc. where the car may potentially lose grip, have that to +2 to the back, just to tame a little bit of that car or that rear end as you're braking. So yeah, and that's all the permanent upgrades as well on there. So let's go ahead and look at the other setups. So quickly, we've got the 450 pp, so racing hards. Suspension is exactly the same. Differential aerodynamics, ECU is at 87%, while power restrict is at 70%. Top speed is set to 170%, and you can see the parts I have removed, which are highlighted in blue. Moving on to the 500 pp setup. So this one, sports hard tires once again. Suspension, differential, aerodynamics stays the same. ECU output is at 86%, power shift is at 70%, transmission is preset to 200, and only a few things have been changed here. So we've got the low RPM turbocharger equipped on this one. I find that the 500 pp setup and 550 pp setups are quite good. The 450 pp not so good. It just doesn't really have the performance, I think. But either way, I decided to make it just in case, because you never know. And moving on to the 550 pp setup. So sports hard tires once again, suspension differential downforce is exactly the same. ECU output now is at 100%, power shift is at 87%, top speed is preset to 220 kilometers an hour, and just these things have been changed to what they are now to get the most out of this car. So that is it for the setups, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll leave you guys now with a reference lap around Catalonia.